Good afternoon and welcome to Cooking with Grace. I'm your host, Dyann Duncan, and with me today is Pam Clary. Hello, Pam.
Hi, Dyann. Thank you for letting me be here today.
No, thank you for joining. I know you know things are crazy with everything. Pam is a professor,
An associate professor.
out at Missouri Western in the Social Services Department.
Right. I'm the program director for our program.
And that was the part I forgot. But I invited Pam to make a dump cake with me today on Cooking with Grace because I wanted to talk to her about the women's Sunday school class. So we're going to start with the cake,
Okay.
and then we'll talk about other stuff. So for your dump cake, your main ingredients really are the cherry pie filling and the cake mix. And so what you'll want to do, though, I assume everybody has, like, Pam or whatever y'all call it. I always get the generic.
I get no endorsements off that either.
That's funny, I hadn't even thought of that. You'll spray your pan, preheat your oven to 350, and then, this is another thing, I am no Julia Childs, and I always make that statement. You're supposed to measure a half a teaspoon. That looks good to me, so,
And that was vanilla?
Yes, a vanilla, thank you. And you're supposed to stir it around in, your cherries. Well, you could dirty up another bowl, but I do the dishes at my house.
Yeah.
So we're not doing that. So then what I do is I'm going to dump this in. It's literally a dump cake. So you dump. And then, you scrape and dump. As soon as I get all these cherries out, this is really one of the easiest desserts. Do you want to start chopping those nuts?
Sure will.
The nuts aren't really a part of the recipe, but I've asked Pam to do it because I've put nuts on my dump cakes before, and I really like pecans. I don't know why, but I do. Pecans, how do you say it?
I say pecan.
Pecan.
I say pecan.
Okay. Well, I've heard it both ways, and I think from the South it's a pecan in the South, I think. Or
I'll
is it?
trust you on that one.
I don't know. I know Southerners say it one specific way, and then the others say the other way. But pecan, it's, the great debate. I know I've even seen it on Facebook discussions and stuff. Okay, so I've got my cherries all spread out there evenly. And then you take your cake mix. Now, the original recipe says 2 cans of cherries and a box of cake mix. Now, I split mine because I wanted to go ahead and bake one early because you bake it for 45 minutes. And I knew that might be a little bit a long time to wait. So that's why I only have this sandwich bag full of cake mix because I already split mine. So, Pam, while I am getting the butter that I had to melt, you also have to melt a whole stick of butter. You mind taking that knife and just kind of spreading that cake mix around? I'll go get the butter that I melted.
Do you want the nuts on top?
Let's do the butter first, and then we'll do the nuts.
Okay.
So essentially, it is just a can of cherry pie filling, or 2 cans of cherry pie filling, a dash of vanilla, a cake mix, and then a stick of butter. Well, here you go. And then I'll let Pam, because that was my idea, is the nuts. We'll go ahead and let you just sprinkle those on top. Oh, you're so good. Do you watch cooking shows?
You know, I kind of do.
Do you? Okay. As I say,
Not
wow.
that this is anything like that.
Well, you're not spilling, though. And so my very first one, I made Navajo flatbread, and Michael helped me, and I had my griddle out here, and we were having a great time, and I went to flip one, and it fell off. So,
Oh, no.
Yeah, Julia Childs, I am not.
I like the pioneer woman myself.
Oh, do ya? Okay. Okay, so Pam, I'm going to go stick this in our oven, but tell us, what is the women's Sunday school class like? What is it about? I know we joked beforehand, but it is women only.
It is a class strictly for women only, and I will tell you, no men are allowed. And so,
Because we know this how?
we know this how because I have had many men try to get in. And even so, but it is strictly for women. Years ago, and I can't even tell you how many years it's been that we've actually had this class. But the church felt a real need for a Sunday school specifically for women because just because of some of the needs and things like that. And so it's been going for a long time.
So I know, because I get to pop in on your class, and I know pre-COVID, one of the neat things I like about your class is the dynamic, the cross section of women in that class. What is that like? Sunday school teaching women that are in their 30s up to, their twilight years.
Right, right. It is a unique class in that we do have all age groups. We also have people that will pop in just for a season and then pop out. One of the things we want the women to do is to be in ministry. And, in Timothy it talks about, older women mentoring or more mature women mentoring younger women. And so this class really does that. And it's not so much by age, but really by... it is such a loving class. So one of the things I like to tell people at the beginning of every quarter, if you are coming for a Sunday school lesson, this will not be the class for you. I will tell you, we will get to the Sunday school lesson sometimes. Oftentimes we do, but it really is a class of ministry. And so, and that is just the uniqueness of it. So we may spend the entire time praying for people, or we may do the lesson, we do praise reports. We always start the class with praise reports because it's important to know how God's working in people's lives.
No, that is one thing that I really appreciated and enjoyed about your class was the time spent in prayer. Prayer is a big focus, and I know that's been a focus of Grace, but that's been a focus of your classroom since I stepped in it. And taking prayer requests and listening to the praise reports as well, and rejoicing with each other. Right. Because you've gone through this prayer journey with these ladies who have been pouring out whatever the prayer request is, sometimes for a long season. Right. Sometimes it was just maybe mentioned once, but those ones where, you've cried with that person, you've gotten choked up listening to that prayer request because, you're at a level with those ladies. Even me with just popping in and out, I'm getting emotional right now because it's like instant welcome, instant connect.
I hope so.
Oh, I think so. Instant love, just, okay, now we're in this together. From the minute you step into that Sunday school room. So we're going to pray, we're going to share, we're going to love, and
hopefully grow.
And minister.
Right.
You guys do ministry with, I'm carrying the conversation.
Oh, no, that's right. But this class, every year, let me say, Hands of Grace always ask us to do something for the YWCA shelter. And so, and we were able to even do that through this COVID stuff, even though it hit right in the middle of that for Mother's Day. But even outside of that, what's cool is it's not uncommon for the church to come and say, hey, listen, we have something we need you to do. And so these women are tapped a lot to do different things in the ministry, but they're okay with that.
I think they like it.
They do.
Yeah.
They do like that.
That's their niche.
And they even, one of the things is it's not just about the Sunday school class, but when we leave those doors, we each have our own individual ministries, and those are going on.
Right.
From being a prayer warrior to a writing ministry where you're sending cards to delivering meals, whatever that might be.
Exactly. Or doing the mom's ministry out at the YW.
Yes.
That we've gotten thank you notes, and I hope that your class has heard about those because that is y'all's ministry.
Right. One of the ministries were, once we get back, we hope to take on just a kind of like an ongoing project. It's called birthday bags, and these bags they have certain things that are inside it, and it'll go to Community Action Partnership, the early Head Start program. And so their goal is to get every child in that program a birthday bag. And so it comes with a cake mix, frosting, a poster, and a little small gift. And so we will put together those and be able to help. I think there's like 500 some kids in Head Start. We will not be taking care of all of those, but
you do some.
But we will do a part.
Yeah.
Of that.
See, I didn't even know y'all did that.
Well, that's brand
neat.
new. That's pretty brand new.
Okay. Well, that's awesome. Okay. So, and the thing about it is your ladies are the ones who rise up to the call. It's not like they're out asking for people to help them. It's your Sunday school class that meets these needs, puts the things together, and takes care of the whole ministry.
Right.
That's
really
beautiful.
They do. They're wonderful. They, even though I facilitate that Sunday school class, I am sure and minister to far more than they probably are.
No, and I love that. And when she says sometimes, they don't get around to the Sunday school lesson, it is because prayer is of the utmost importance. But but it is a Sunday school class.
Yes,
There
it
is teaching, there is learning. Pam is an excellent teacher. She's had other ladies that have had to step in and fill in when you're unable to make it. And the show goes on. The Bible study still goes on. The teaching still goes on. The prayer still goes on. It's not like when you leave, it's, we're shut down for the day.
No, it's not. And, that's just the whole goal. We want, it needs to go on because it's just ministry.
It's a huge connection. If you're a woman and you're looking for a connection at Grace, I would strongly encourage you. It's during second service.
Yes, right now, when we're face to face, it is right after the first service. So what is that? About 9:40 to 10:40. But can I go ahead and tell them about what we're doing?
Right now.
One of the things that through this COVID thing, we have continued, the women's Sunday school class has continued to meet on a weekly basis. And that has been really exciting. I mean, typically our Sunday school class, and we're pretty full. We'll have anywhere from 25 to 30 people in there. But even through this, we've been having about 20.
Wow.
20, 25, and sometimes now since we're back to the drive-in that just started a few weeks ago, it has decreased a little bit because people need connection. They want to be here, and that is perfectly fine. But I still am averaging about 13 to 15 people, and so it just seemed worth it to continue that Sunday school class. And so people Zoom in. So if people want to be a part of that, if you are a woman want to be a part of that, just send me an email. And I don't know if it's easier for them to, you route that to me, or if I give them my email and I can send you a Zoom invite.
Mine's really easy, so how about you send your request to join Pam's Zoom for Sunday school to Dyann, Dyann, @graceontheweb.org, and I will forward it to Pam. That'll be just easier. And then she'll send you a Zoom invite. And then, I usually get on 10, 15 minutes before the Zoom. And depending on what I look like, I just don't have my video going.
Yep, and sometimes people do that. Sometimes they don't show us what they look like because they've given themselves their own COVID haircut.
Yes.
Or maybe they just are in their pajamas still. But,
and that's okay, because like I said, it's just being a part of that community, that connection, and all these women are just so loving, and I, not that I don't recommend any other Sunday school class, but if you're a woman and you're looking for a Sunday school class, Pam's,
we'd
what
love
do you
to have
call
you.
it? Do you just call it the ladies Sunday school class?
I think that's what they say in the little description.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you have any questions or anything, and you're like, I don't want to join Zoom, but I have questions for Pam or whatever, again, email me. I'll send it to Pam, and then once I forward it to Pam, you guys can communicate directly. So
yeah, I'd love to have you. We actually have some community people that have been joining us. And I may say this, I don't know if she'll be watching this or not, but one of our former members of this class, Dr. Anna Dicula, has, because of this has allowed her to be able to join us from California. And so it's just cool to have her back in the Sunday school class with us because we've missed her. But she had moved out of St. Joe. So
here I'm going to throw a little spin on something for you. Do you think you might keep up like the Zoom in the classroom when you go back to the classroom? Because their classroom is the chapel classroom. So if you're looking for where her classroom is, when we get back into everything, just go back towards the chapel, go all the way back to the kitchenette, and then turn toward those double doors and walk in them. But, so do you think you might?
I have thought about that because, not only because of COVID, but being able to join people that are no longer here in our community, but just maybe haven't gotten plugged in or not able to,
or
for whatever
shut-ins.
reason. Or shut-ins, yes. So it would not be hard to just bring my computer on a daily basis or a weekly basis, plug it in, pull them up, and then they can actually see what's going on. They
That's
can hear,
awesome.
they can participate, all that kind of stuff. So.
I love that idea. I just don't know how much more work it would be for you, but I think, woohoo.
I have the Zoom invite, so, I mean, it's just, I have the Zoom account, I should say, so.
Well, anything you want to share with us about the class or anything before we...
No, we'd just love to have you. If you're a woman, come join us. And, yeah, I hope you won't be disappointed, but I know it's not for everyone, but that's okay. And again, it's not something that it is not uncommon to have people come in for just a season and get ministered to or minister to others, and then they go out into some other form of ministry within the church, whether that be in Dann's with the children, or in the nursery, or in another Sunday school class. So, love to have you.
Yeah, love it. Okay, so we're gonna try this, and you know, the lucky cameraman gets to try it too. Now here's the kicker. Usually when I do a dump cake, I usually it's hot and I serve it with vanilla ice cream, just because I think that's just amazing. But my husband, this has been the big joke. My husband loves to put Cool Whip on everything, so he would probably grab the Cool Whip and serve himself. So I did not bring either because.
We'll just pretend.
It's hard to transport. You know, I live in Savannah, and so it's hard to transport anything that needs to be frozen or really cold and keep it that way. So, like I tell everybody, give us your honest opinion.
I'm anxious to see about the vanilla.
I think it's good.
It is good. It would be good with ice cream, but I'm an ice cream nut. So
you're not, or
no, I am.
Oh, so ice cream goes with
There's
everything.
always room for with ice cream.
I could see Cool Whip too, but I'm an ice cream person, and
Yeah.
especially if it was piping hot.
Yes, that would be good.
Oh, the ice cream drizzled on it and everything. But also, like mine, because I didn't know if you had a nut allergy or not till we got here. It doesn't have pecans on it, but I love pecans, and I think that would
add to it.
It would.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I give it 2 thumbs up. Good. Or whatever you do in cooking.
I don't know. Stars? I don't know. Nobody's rated a thing so far, so kind of glad because some of them have been not great.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, Pam, for coming.
Thank you for asking me.
You're welcome, and we appreciate what you do. We appreciate your Lady Sunday School class. I know I do on a personal level, but thank you for taking time out here to share with everyone, because I don't know if everybody knows about the class,
Right.
or knows, you know, that you don't have to be a certain age, or
No.
The only thing is, and you know who you are, you have to be a lady.
You
'Cause
do.
I found out who it is that keeps trying to sneak in the class.
We aren't going to say on camera, though.
No, but I will harass you next time I see you at church. So, have a great day, and thank you for joining us here with Cooking with Grace. We'll see you next week.